Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me.
Hey family, so we're back with another Visions of Venus reading. This is the Valentine's Day theme one. So we're going to take a look at what you're attracting and your overall divine feminine Venus energy, right? So we're just tapping into your aura, and I have very specific questions for those of you that are new, or if you need a refresher, that we're really just looking to see. So we're trying to see just overall what's manifesting as you prioritize your receptive and magnetic energy. We're looking to see what abundance is coming in and what wealth can you anticipate on all planes. So I'm going to go ahead and hold the thumbnail up so you can choose your Valentine's Day inspired dessert. Pile number 1 is the sweet red creamy chocolate cupcake. Pile number 2 is the heart red velvet cake. Pile number 3 is the heart chocolate cake with red rose. And then pile number 4 is the Valentine red velvet cupcake with cream cheese icing. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my sweet red creamy chocolate cupcake. Let's see what you're attracting and what your divine feminine Venus energy is aligned with. So, what overview do I have? 2. Interestingly enough, this is the order, right? This is going to be the critical identifier of like, oh, I'm in this attracting era. Like, I'm aligned with my Venus divine feminine energy. This one, I don't want to say it's an afterthought, but it's going to happen following this one. Might even be a bonus, right? So fill up your well, rest, retreat, refuel. See what I'm saying? You're going to take breaks. You're going to take space. It's going to come possibly after a period of hibernation, of rejuvenation, or just acknowledging where you need to fill up your well. So let me put this over here. You're going to prioritize your health and wellness and where you need to be poured into versus constantly pouring out. And when you do that, you enhance your confidence in a level where you're like, I'm not dimming myself for anyone, right? And that's what this card says. It says, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? When you realize what you need, when you realize you need to retreat, you need to rest, you need to refuel, you're saying, you realize, you acknowledge like, hey, I don't have any more juice, right? And then you stop prioritizing where that's not considered, right? Where, especially when we talk about relationship situations where your need to fill up your well is not considered. And you'll be very protected in acknowledging this and recognizing this, and then reducing the amount where you overextend, and any backlash towards where you need to rest and refuel, right? Because we talk about calling back your power, cutting cords, soul retrieval, any energy vampires, situations where people are not considerate of you, where you have to overextend just to be accepted. That's really going to heighten your magnetic energy when you cut those cords, because you're being explicitly told to do that. And if you have, doing so has protected you in a way where it freed you up, right? So if you've been tired, that's why you're building back up your reserve of energy, right? And you won't adapt and over assimilate in that way ever again. So let me see. Tell me more. What's my pile number 1? Attracting. Ooh, I love it. Because look, I'm not even holding it like that. Do I have reversals? I think I fixed this before, but the fact that the 10 of Wands fell out in reverse, that's an overextending energy, like upright. So you're like, I'm not overextending anymore. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Okay? And look at that Emperor. Emperors can be a bit selfish, and in this instance, it's exciting, right? It feels like you're more activating Your divine masculine side, like you're toning it down. Let me say, I don't want to say activating. You're toning down that hyper aggressive, action oriented side, because anytime you're overextending, it's because you're kind of in a savior like mode, right? You're doing more for less because you feel like you have to be the initiating energy, because it's ruled by sign of Aries, first sign of the zodiac. Okay, you're gonna balance out, if you haven't already, your divine masculine side in favor of leaning more into this visions of Venus energy and attracting and receiving more. Okay, you're gonna be in an era where you're very, very protected and confident in being who you are without apologies, and in getting and receiving what you need. You'll be in your receiving of support era. Okay, so because step one is having to temper down that emperor vibe that you have. Okay, we have the high priestess in reverse. Things will be very, very clear. Okay, following heartbreak, following loss, following that burned out energy. Okay, if this is historical, congratulations, you already know this. You've balanced out that burning out of that divine masculine side of yours. You're very action oriented naturally. You've tempered that down and you've successfully aligned with your divine feminine side, right? You're a lot more receptive and attractive in general. Okay, in such a way that if you have a soft spot for people, if you overly, if like you know those people that are always like, I'm an empath, right? I'm not judging or laughing. I'm just saying, like, that's not good to be overly empathetic with people where you put yourself on the back burner. Okay, like you're not gonna have that amount. You're gonna be able to cut people off as soon as you feel or sense that vampiric energy, where you sense. Because, like, you know how there's certain people that always want people to feel sorry for them? Like, you'll notice that. You feel like the type of person that attracts a lot of that. Okay? So, you'll be able to cut off whoever you need to whenever you need to. Because you'll have discernment to know that you're not, I'm not over. You have the discernment prior to overextending. Because this feels like a pile where you had to pull back your energy and recover because of some betrayal or devastation from overextending, and not realizing that you were doing that until it was too late. So you're going to be more receptive to catch that early, more intuitive to catch that early. Okay? All right. Tell me more. So what are you attracting? Sharp discernment. Okay? Boundaries, healthy boundaries. Aligning with your true life, right? Like you're aligning with everything you're actually compatible with in terms of people, like hobbies, career paths, all of those things. Because look at this moon. And talks about here it talks about satisfying your emotional needs, nurturing yourself and others. You're going to be very, very fulfilled. You're attracting all of the things that will lead to that fulfillment. Okay? And put you on path to your North Node, right? A very emotionally satisfying and nurturing era of life, because you're in alignment with where you're supposed to go fluidly without trying to manipulate yourself for the sake of approval or supporting others, right? Okay. Where you struggle because you have a lot of third-party situations or partners that are very confused. They're so confused about where you stand with them or what they want with you. This new you is not going for that. Like, even if you were still attracting these types, the new you is just not going for that. So you'll nip that immediately. And also, this new aura is not aligned with that. Like, the indecisive energies, you'll notice your romantic type may shift a little bit. Not saying how people look and what you're attracted to. I'm saying the personality type that can hold your attention is going to be a lot more decisive, because you are pulling back your energy from situations where you have to be overly decisive. Okay, so all this confusion is not aligned with you because you're not giving off help, savior, right? You're giving off, I can help, I can save, but I have discernment and I'm not gonna go for this. I'm not gonna benefit you. So these types will no longer even gravitate towards you because they won't feel your overly empathetic energy. They won't feel that you're an empath in a way where you're gonna lack boundaries with them, right? So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number one. What are they manifesting and attracting? Lessons. So the teacher says education, knowledge. It says competence, care, and professor. Support. People that can lead you, people that can teach you. This feels like a group. This emperor, you've been this emperor regardless of gender your whole life. You will be stepping into an era where you're attracting people that can teach, lead, guide, fill your cup. You see what I'm saying? You need that, okay? I started to put this away, and the interesting thing about that, it's gonna be a lot of so one night stand, learning lessons from historical one night stands, like a lesson learned is shifting you possibly, especially if it ended in heartbreak. But one night stand feels like you're gonna have like all kinds of teachers coming through, like random teachers just popping up, going away, popping up, going away. Like you'll learn random life-changing things from people that are literally just meant to be in your life for like a little bit of a season. And when I say a season, I mean like overnight. Like you may be at the airport and then boom, you meet this person that says something that changes your life. You're not going to exchange numbers. You're not going to stay in touch, but like you learn something crazy talking to that one person that you'll never meet again. You see a lot of that. Okay. So tell me more about my sweet red creamy cupcake. We got a powerful woman that is a teacher that is coming in. And you know, some of you are, okay, this is you, someone else, or both. You can be both. Someone on this table is stepping into your life to be like a mirror of what that divine feminine Venus expression is. Like you're gonna have somebody where you struggle if you're more in tune with your divine masculine side. Some of y'all don't like me saying that, but you are. That's just the way you live your life, especially if you find yourself like chasing lovers and things like that. You're gonna find yourself with a teacher, with a mentor, with a feminine that really aligns with the version of you you're trying to become. And that's going to be the great thing from you. They may be a bit at a distance from you. They may be from another culture, but like they're going to really like, okay, listen, pile one, like this, you real masculine right now. We're going to be feminine, right? Like that's kind of how it's going to go if that's your desired life. We have, would you accept? So some of you are going to have a romance with this feminine, where that makes sense. Others of you stepping into this teacher, powerful woman, learning of lessons, things like that, is going to lead to you finding love. You're going to find an emperor that takes over that side you were carrying space for. So like in your aura, there was a lot more of the masculine energy and not enough of the receptive energy. So if you're like that and you're attracted to people that are more masculine, where's all this masculine energy supposed to go? There's not enough feminine energy in the room. And it's the same in reverse. Well, all of this feminine energy, where's the masculine energy? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. So you'll find someone that aligns with that, this newer version of you. I'm going to keep the Revenge Glow Up card. I think it's funny she's got the pink dress on, and that's our Venus theme. But you're gonna see a lot more success just in life because it's gonna be easier. Things will be easier, healthier for you. And because you'll be living a healthier life where you prioritize rest and your needs, you'll look and feel a lot better. So this is the Revenge Glow Up pile. That's what you're attracting. All right. Let me see what else we've got with love. I've already got Magnetic Souls. When it comes to love, what is my pile one attracting in their Venus energy? You're attracting reconciliation with a soulmate that you will build a future with, okay? And that could be someone you know already, knew of. That could be like a past life soulmate that's coming in, but that's going to be personal for you. I have love readings that will go deeper in depth for you, so that's why I'm not pulling anymore. There was actually a pile that maybe you're coming from in a reading I also filmed today. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I may write additional messages and let them know there, but I've already, not yet, but I'm going to write additional messages for channel members on that video, so they will know to come here if it's for them. Okay? But if at any point in your journey you kind of burned out, fizzled out, and had to recover because it's strong here, you're attracting the reconciliation of your future, of your path, of your life. Like if you had to start over in some way, whether it was in love, whether it was academically, whether it was career, whatever area of life it is, if you had to start over, or you're in the process of like doing that now, a lot of you are, reconciliation with your future in many areas. Okay, interestingly enough, you already have at the bottom of your reset, good luck. So you're manifesting good luck, you're attracting good luck. I love it for you. But at random, when I was making this version of the thumbnail, I thought I wanted to put up, and I found that pink parrot because I wanted a pink bird, but I also put a random ladybug. Okay, so if ladybugs are a thing for you, or if it's just a symbol, synchronicity for you, you've been seeing them, or it's something that you have an affinity for, this is confirmation you're in the right place, right space. Because I don't even, like, I randomly put that on the thumbnail. Some of you came here because you saw that on the thumbnail. So I'm glad I did it, because I want everyone that's supposed to get the message, right? Right. Trust your intuition, though. Your intuition is spot on, just in life in general. And then we've got the elixir of life. So trust your intuition when it comes to your health, your wellness, what's too much for you, what's not enough for you, what you need to receive, okay? Because that's going to be important. Know what you need and trust that you need it. If you're not drinking enough water, you need more hydration, right? Like if you're not hydrated enough and water's not doing it, you need other sources of hydration, your nutrition, you know, get the blood work done if you need it, so that you can make sure that you're giving your body the nutrients that you need, okay? So that you can heal and all the things the way you should. Like, your intuition is spot on regarding your elixir of life. What fuels you? If you're dealing with someone and they feel draining, guess what they are? They're draining, right? If you dealing with somebody and you feel uplifted, right? Not excited, uplifted. Guess what they're doing? They're pouring into your cup. Your cup is very critical. It's a very critical message here. Make sure your cup stays full, okay? So thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to move along to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2, my heart red velvet cake. We're going to see what you're attracting with your divine feminine Venus energy. And this is a really bizarre pile already. So I got up to do something. All right, so I say that to mean there's a gap between pile 1 and now. And in me sitting with the fresh, clean table, it just feels like I've already filmed this whole video. It feels like I'm on pile 4, which makes no sense. I'm only on pile 2, but I feel like I'm on pile 4. So you're attracting a level up that's like gonna feel like you skipped some steps. That's gonna make you feel like you're somewhere that you shouldn't be. Like, I don't belong here. Like, this is great. And maybe you're going to pile 4 because it's also a red velvet cake. So like, if that's your thing, there's a bunch of them on the channel. It's a recurring theme. So go, maybe the energy will resonate on a variety of topics. But whatever you're manifesting, whatever you're attracting, it's gonna feel like possibly something you did already, but not in a bad way. It just feels like there's a theme of thinking you're done, or that you're further along than you actually are. I know that sounds shadow-like, but it's not. And I guess the reading will tell us. Give me a card. Keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. and take a break. A life's work, not a season. Oh, this is about to be easy. Here's the thing. I was already, when I sat down, I'm like, why do we feel like we're so far ahead? So just real quick, I just got off the phone with my grandmother. I'm talking to her. So that's why I'm like, when I sat down to reset, it's a completely different energy from like the previous pile by nature. So in me thinking I'm like feeling like I should be done, it's like closing a cycle. It feels like that was a synchronicity of like y'all are closing a karmic cycle, an ancestral cycle of like possibly hard work. Like if you come from a long line of people that always had like a hard life or just had to work, maybe this is symbolizing that you've stepped into such an alignment with your divine feminine side, regardless of your gender, that you don't have to work as hard. You're able to take breaks, right? Because everything just feels easy already in this group. Like, I thought I was done. Like, that's how easy it is that I thought I was done already. I'm not, okay, let me just hurry up and finish it. I know I'm wording it in a way that doesn't make any sense. But some of you, I'm not like calling you names. You're not the most articulate. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have our gifts, our talents, our skills. But what I like is that I do see you enhancing that, like getting better at that in this next era, because you'll be a little more confident. So good for you. I like to see it. All right. But we got that ancestral protection. You're going to feel like you have a lot of ancestral support, a lot of spirit guide support. Okay. And like hands-on guiding you, right? Trust the niggle says, what is that feeling trying to tell you? Okay. And it says you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And it says a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Oh, that's why they're trying to get you. If you working, trying to get ahead, they're going to make sure you know not to do that. Like, you're not going to feel the need to do that. Okay. This is why it's not shadow-like in how it feels. It's only a shadow if you fight back and lack gratitude and the ability to be present. Because a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill says, like, it's literally ancestors on the table saying, you're not going to accomplish all of this in one day. So sit down and make sure you take breaks and that you're present and that you're experiencing your milestones in the present moment. Like anytime you ascend and you reach a new level, sit in it and appreciate it, embrace it, celebrate it. Because that's the biggest thing. The reason why it's not a shadow where you're not fighting back is you're attracting all of the resources, all of the support that put you in a position to do that. So like, if you're the type of person that feels like you have to grind because you're always behind trying to get ahead, guess what? You're not behind anymore. You're literally, you probably think you're behind, but you're stable. So you're stable enough to like enjoy this level while chasing the next, right? That's what it is. You're going to feel, you're going to like, you know how everyone always has that, like, if I have this and I have this, I'm good. Yeah, I can slowly ascend, but I don't need or want for anything else, whether financially, whether it comes like relationships, whether it's skills. That's you're gonna get whatever that is for you. But the problem where a slight shadow is some of you don't know how to sit in that. Like when your ceiling becomes your new floor, you quickly chase in the next ceiling without acknowledging, man, this used to be my ceiling. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it becomes a shadow. But like when you do that, ancestors are gonna be very aggressive with you. I don't know your religion, your spirituality. These cards reference your ancestors in a very specific way. So we'll lead with that. Maybe spirit guides, right? Maybe your angels, any intermediaries that you associate with the divine. I'm gonna be very aggressive with you to make sure you know to enjoy life. Every milestone you make, you're gonna take a break and do something that's not ascension based, that's reaping the benefits of whatever the successes are. Okay. And you're going to feel intuitively where you should do that. And if you ignore it, it's going to get a little bit aggressive, but I see the lighter side of you're not going to do that. You're going to behave. You're going to embrace what you're manifesting, because how you're going to manifest certain things and not want to align with it, right? Tell me more about my pile 2. What are you attracting? What are you manifesting with your divine feminist energy? We've got the Goddess of Wands. Really passionate, creative, exciting energy. You know, you're going to enjoy the journey, right? When it says a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. You're going to enjoy the journey, right? Like, it's not going to feel like you're chasing success. You'll reach the point where it's like, it feels like you're just enjoying the experience of Earth, right? So I love that. They're going to put love right in front of you to make sure that you enjoy life, right? There's a specific partner coming in or around you now that they're like, okay, you don't know how to stop working. Let me see what happens when I put somebody in front of you that excites you a little bit. That's basically what's coming in. Like, I bet you'll close your computer screen now. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I bet you'll start working more efficiently now. You'll start working smarter, not harder now. Bet you leaving at 4:30, right? Like, those are references. I don't know why it's so funny, but like, there's specific people that got called out just now. Okay. And I got death in reverse, and I don't even know how it got that way, but we're going to keep it because it's basically like you're going to be working so efficiently day to day, whether it's your hobbies, your obligations, your work, in a way that allows you to prioritize all of the good stuff, all of the things you work for. This is an era of prioritizing all of the things you work for, right? You work to live. You don't live to work. And this is that group of, there's a partner. You're not going to be able to self-sabotage in love. You're not going to be able to run away from love in pursuit of work. They're not going to let you do that in this era. And your intuition is going to be very, very loud. They're going to be very, very loud and hands-on in making sure that you don't self-sabotage love by overly prioritizing work. It's a no-go. Okay? I actually heard the words, the dead aren't going to feel very dead. They're going to be very hands-on. Tell me more about my heart, red velvet cake. But yeah, some of you, they're yelling at you. You're trying to get too far ahead, and it's not really beneficial because you're not going to be able to skip the steps you're trying to skip in that way. I'm not saying you're not going to be very blessed. You're not going to be very fortunate. Okay, because you are skipping certain steps. That's probably why you're so excited and you're like, oh, let me try harder. No, like, you're being blessed in terms of like your scheduling, your routine, your work, because you're supposed to be stepping in a season of reaping the benefits of that harvest, not to make it bigger as rapidly as you're trying to, right? Like, the accolades and the success are going to come, but you're not going to be able to self-sabotage like your connections and your passion by overly prioritizing that, right? Look, the sign of Virgo rules work. Okay. Tell me more about my heart, red velvet cake, please. Aries. Some of you may have Aries placements. You got Aquarius energy. Letter A could be a thing for sure. All right. Let's put this like this so it looks more even on the table. You're going to balance yourself versus your collective obligations, right? So like, you're going to be investing less energy into your collective obligations and more into yourself where necessary. And the reason why I'm saying where necessary is because you're not going to isolate. That's not necessary, right? But if you overly participate and contribute, not anymore. Because in this next participation, it's going to be one where you're more appreciated. Like, this is a very specific energy of you participate and like you contribute more than you just participate for the sake of enjoyment and pleasure. So like, you're not like, this is someone that would prioritize like community service, organizing groups versus like joining groups because it's fun. Like, you don't join groups because it's fun. You join it for networking. You join it for work. You join it for impact, for mission. But like, go do something fun sometimes. Like, go participate just for fun sometimes. Right? Like, you don't have to be the organizer. You don't have to be the orchestrator. You can go and participate sometimes. Like, that's what you need to learn. Okay? Like, you don't always have to have your hands on. It feels like an ego, a tempering of your ego. That's of Wands actually can be someone that always has to contribute something, that needs to feel valued, and always trying to take control over things instead of just participating. Like, sometimes you can just go to the party. You don't have to throw it, right? And you can participate in the event without having to be all hands-on with it, right? Some of you need to learn that, are learning that in this era. And your need for that validation is I don't want to say your downfall, but like, it kind of is a little bit, okay? We got to spice things up. See, things that you're excited about, things that are fun. This partner, you're not getting around this partner, okay? If there's a specific ancestor that wants you with a romantic interest, like, they are hands-on with it. For those of you that do ancestral work, or your spirit guides, intermediary, whatever, like, this is happening, okay? Like, they're going to get in a way until it happens, okay? Yeah. Because this is going to be good for your health. You're actually being told explicitly a romantic union with the right partner is going to enhance your health, like a healthy sex life. I can't go into depth. I think I actually had a pile in the previous reading where I was like, I'm not going, y'all not going to make this one of those 18 plus readings. We cannot. I'm not. But that's going to enhance your life, but it has to be with the right partner. Okay. And you're not going to be guided to the wrong one. You're not like hands on, right? With making sure you know who the right partner is, hands on support, and making sure you don't self-sabotage by needing to participate and look and feel important. Okay. I'm not judging you, but this is a pile of, you need to learn how to stop worrying about looking and feeling important. You're already important. Just be important. Okay. And be more efficient at being important. If you're more efficient at being important, looking and feeling important will come organically. But all this effort and looking and feeling important, stop. Okay? Let me go ahead, and this excitement, joy, and pleasure overall is going to enhance your health. If you're feeling down energetically, low in energy, it's because you don't have enough things that you like and enjoy. You're just looking and feeling important all the time. Okay? I'm not judging you. Okay? Contributing too much, right? Overextending. When it comes to this love that my pile 2 is not going to get out of, this person's going to make you more in tune with your inner child. You're going to have fun. I'm not just talking about sensual. You're going to have fun. It's going to be so fun. Some of you may actually at this point in time think that this person is a little bit childish, a little too youthful. You may, this is my pile of, y'all like to look and feel important. You probably think they're too immature or whatever because you take yourself way too seriously. That's dying. That's dead in the water. That taking yourself way too seriously is over it. It's over with. It's not aligned with divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is aligned with being receptive, of fun, of youth. Eternal young. So that's gone. You're going to tap in more with your inner child. You're going to be a lot healthier as a result, as you find excitement, joy, and pleasure. But I'm seeing that that's why we had the heavy ancestral pile energy stepping through. We got a pregnancy contract here, and it's been coming through a lot. So a lot of you coming in collectively have those attached to you. You have free will. You do whatever you want. But as it stands, there's a partner where we like, there's at least one child involved. Okay. But this person, regardless, is going to help enhance you emotionally, right? They're going to help you tap in with your inner child so that you can lighten up a little bit. Okay, we've got that clarity. Some of you don't even realize yet that you want a child or children. You're about to find out right now. Look at me. You're going to find out with this person. Okay, let me get one more. I'm like shifting, almost knocking over everything. It's going to hit you. okay? Yeah, that soulmate, they're gonna hit you. I like when I shake the stand and all that. That's how you know I'm a real girl. I'm not AI. Look at all this fun and playful energy. You're gonna be on the same page, okay? Childlike energy, playful energy. You're gonna have a lot of fun, a lot just, you're gonna be playful. This new you is gonna be playful, and I love it, okay? All right, so what advice for my pile 2? This is my second time getting Elixir of Life. I can't remember if it was in the other pile or if it's a different reading, but whatever. Be courageous in chasing what feeds you, what fuels you, what energizes you, what stimulates you. You seem to be afraid of being stimulated. You're the pile that's fun and pleasure scares you. I don't know if you're like have trauma that of like loss, but like fun and pleasure seems to scare you. But you better have the courage to lean in to what feeds you and fuels you life, because you know what it is you need, and they're very loud and aggressive and pushing it in front of you. Whether it's love, whether it's a break, whether it's a hobby, whether it's you not needing to like construct the hobby, just participate sometimes, right? Just be a part of the collective sometimes and not the organizer, not the leader. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, my heart chocolate cake with the red rose. We're gonna see what you're attracting with your divine feminine Venus energy. So let me go ahead and get a shuffle. Okay. Give me an overview. We got a leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. You're going to be so validated. This is my power of being validated. You're trusting your intuition. You're doing what you're divinely led to do. You're making moves, changes, shifts internally, externally, and like you're going for it. Whatever it is, it is. Love, your health journey, your career, your academic journey, life purpose, and all that you've done so far is going to be validated very, very soon. Remember, this whole theme of this reading is not just what you're attracting, it's what you need to know right now today about what you're attracting. Your validation is coming in, okay? Awakening, we have energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And I saw that card with the shattered mirror in the face. Perspectives will be shattered, right? People will be shocked. There's at least one person that's going to be so shocked at your energy, because you took a leap of some form and the universe is validating those decisions, those choices, those shifts and changes, okay? But like you are in the middle of an awakening, an energetic upgrade, and the way of living and being is being enhanced on you. It's not just an aura, it's a life shift. I actually almost said lifestyle shift. So some of you are being elevated in terms of lifestyle. And that's part of the validation, is seeing those 3D results, especially when we talk about you getting a new home, right? Some of you are going to get a new home soon. All right, let me get a shuffle for my pile 3. My heart rose chocolate cake. What are you attracting with your Venus energy? Divine feminine energy is coming in quick. You will be validated as soon as tomorrow in some way. I don't know why. I got a Queen of Pentacles here. What else? I got a cat. Oh, okay. So I don't know what the lifestyle is, but you know the Four of Wands actually technically is the marriage. Okay, it's a marriage card. And so I gotta pull another card, because right now at the bottom I have the Son of Cups in reverse. But like I need more than this, because I got a union very quickly, right? A Goddess of Pentacles, a God of Pentacles, King and Queen counterparts, exact same counterparts. And so this awakening you're having, this elevation you're having, is quickly putting you in proximity of the fruition of a divine union, especially where we have a love offer that never came, or one where it ended in rejection. That's that cycle of not getting the love offer you're seeking, or having your love offer accepted. That cycle is closing. So Let me get one more, because what's this Pentacles couple doing? We got the 9 of Pentacles. We got 2 equally yoked people. Gotcha. And I got this disengaged energy of the 4 of Cups. You're going to meet somebody just like you. Or have met, right? Maybe attracting the union with said person. It feels like you have a hyper-independent energy. This person has a hyper-independent energy. You have an energy, an air of detachment. This person has an air of detachment. And there's some type of energetic upgrade and actions you felt called to make that are grounding in the 3D, that are bringing you two together because you align perfectly. Same vibe. It's like a mirror, quite literally. Okay. So let me see why that's the biggest thing we needed this pile to know. I think it's funny because they led with, oh, you're going to be validated soon, just to let you know, like, because this is a pile that absolutely would run away if you thought this was going to only be a love pile. Because that's not why you picked this reading. It feels like my group that if you are interested in a love reading, you will go to the love reading. But like you want to know just in general what you're attracting. But this union stepped on. You need to know, just like you. Aquarius. The collective energies you'll be connecting with. I know that sounds so right. Like collective spaces, groups, whatever things are going to put you in proximity of this person. Like there's something you're going to do, some leap you're taking or took that's going to put you in proximity to this person, and it's going to expand you tremendously. Okay. You're going to be shocked. We got Uranus in Aquarius. That's its home sign. There's a shocking thing, but there's a heavy collective thing regarding it. This is a partner you're going to meet in a collective space. You're going to meet it. You're going to meet this person doing something group, community minded. It could be general networking. It could be a hobby, but there's a lot of energy on the table. There are a lot of people on the table regarding this. Okay. But this is a union with the Libra energy and the scales. Okay. Aquarius, Uranus and Aquarius, and look, they're validating you, right? You're going to be validated soon. Rags to riches. There's some leap that's leading to from rags to riches in some way, or just elevating you in some way where this union is now the priority because you're attracting the life, the lifestyle, the validation of this union is what needs to happen. So yeah, we got moneymaker of a unique job, right? The moneymaker. You're attracting a life and a financial status where that's going to be at the background. Like your life is your life the way that it is. And you're not needing to be engaged with hustle mentality and money. The money is there. So good for you. You needed to know that. And I'm emphasizing that because I can feel this group. If I focus too much on the love message that it is, y'all are going to be disengaged. I don't want you to be disengaged. Like, we have a unique job that may be coming in for some of you, or if you've leaned into unique career paths due to your specialized skills, like whatever you're good at, really good at, you'll have unique opportunities in career that put you in unique spaces or in proximity with really unique people, and you're going to get it soon, this union. This person is just like you, okay? Some of you, this person has a very unique job. We have performer, very, very confident person. What else? We got a third eye here. Very aligned and tapped in person. Okay, but look, same vibe, like exactly like you. It's going to feel like a mirror with this person. They take themselves just as seriously as you do with this Ice Queen. Let me pull like 2 more though, because what else? Tell me what's shocking about what they're attracting. I've got a teacher. One of you may be a teacher of some form or a performer of some form, where you share stuff. Okay, and look, more communication on the table. There was a pile where there was a reference in one of my most recent readings where there was a reference to a teacher, like a very specific person that was a teacher, and communication there. So like you're attracting some sort of message. If you pick both piles, I would just align it with that. But we got a teacher and a student on the table and messages regarding that. So if you need a teacher, you're attracting one. Okay? If you're looking for mentees or you're looking for students, you're attracting that. Okay? If you're building a community of any form, you're attracting that. Like if you're trying to build up your community, build up some type of group, some type of organization, some type of business, some type of mission, social media platform, boom, that's coming in. But I see financial stability to where you're disengaged with money. Like it's not exciting, it doesn't impress you. And unique ways of getting it, okay? And as a result, this union is the forefront. Okay, so obviously it steps. If you're like, I'm in hustle grind mode, I need to be in hustle grind mode. Money is not an afterthought to me because we not stable like that. Then I'm a little bit ahead of you, right? This is grounding. You'll get that validation. You'll get that stability regarding that leap of whatever this is I'm talking about you building and whatnot. And that is where you manifest. That is where you attract this love. That is the priority. So why is this love so important that it was the forefront of the reading? As far as what pile 3 is attracting. There's a red rose. I'm going to redirect you to, it's already filmed and you will have seen it because it is the February's version of the Secret Admirer reading. So there's a red rose because it's the Valentine's Day theme and maybe that may be connected. All right. Tell me the importance of this love that my pile 3 is attracting and why it's at the forefront of the pile. Oh, this is the one. That's why. Like, this is the one, which we knew that already, but like the table is clear. Like, this is the one. You got to lean into deeper intimacy with this partner. There are already butterflies where this exists. Early stages, there will be butterflies. You will feel drawn to this person, but that's supposed to be your life partner. That's why it's like that. And it's time to go deeper with this person rather than being disengaged. Because if this actually seems like the more common scenario, which is hilarious to me, the reader, is two people that are hyper independent, that are already interested in each other, already attracted to each other, that are disengaged with one another because y'all are so individualistic. And it's like, cut that out. It's time to go deeper. And some of you, this is incoming. You'll meet a person and you'll be like prioritizing you. They'll be prioritizing them. The interest is there, but I don't know that you'll lean into it as aggressively as it seems like you want. Hilariously enough, see, we got defense, see, and let go. You've got to let go of your defensive nature, your disengaged nature with this person, or make sure that you're not disengaged and overly defensive with this person. Like, let go of the way that you're like that because you're prioritizing a thing. These are a little shorter, so some of you may be picking multiple piles. It makes sense if you're coming from the one I think you are. This is a doubling down of that same message. It's a totally different reading, so don't go there unless you're called. But this should help. But please, please, please let go of your defensive nature when it comes to love and connecting with this person or just people in general. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile 4, my Valentine red velvet cupcake with cream cheese icing. We're gonna see what are you attracting in your divine feminine Venus energy. So let me go ahead. I already have themes of soul family, calling in soul tribe, as well as the star mother, like of mothering yourself and nurturing. So some of you have a maternal figure coming in, right? So some of you are calling in soul tribe, and in that you're gonna have a maternal figure that's very nurturing to you, that's gonna feel like a parent. I don't know who needs that, but you're gonna find that, okay, where you've that's been a hole for you. where you're looking to become a mother, you're attracting the ability to do that in whatever way that needs to happen. And then, yeah, you're just calling in soul tribe in general. Like, there's just a lot of people coming in that are like in alignment with your path and where you're currently going. This is going to be an era where it's not one of chaotic karmic lessons. It's going to be one of soul support, right? Because sometimes you go through eras where you have a lot of people that like are karmics, because that's the point, is to teach you, develop you, so that you maneuver the soulmates appropriately, right? Platonic as well as romantic. This is an era of like, you're going to be crossing paths with people that are really beneficial to you in a gentle way, right? Not in a ooh, that was a painful lesson way. So all of you need to start taking breaks, please, because that energy tried to follow me in a lot of piles. If you were called to any of the previous piles, go ahead. These can be layered, because all of the themes so far, while they may connect, they were different readings. Each pile was a different reading. Okay, so give me a distinct energy for pile 4, please, because y'all got so much collective energy coming in. I love it. You got so much collective support coming in. All right, there we go. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So those of you that align with all of that new agey, those new agey terms, you're in the right place, right space. But soul tribe, home, incoming, that's what you're attracting. Belonging, community, family, love, nurturing, nourishment, all of the things. All right. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, people that are aligned with your path, your purpose, people that will uplift you as you uplift them simultaneously, versus it feels like a group where there's a lot of one-sided connections, where you're giving and you're nurturing and you're not getting it back. I would lean into saying overextending, but this is more than overextending. This is where you're just not getting any reciprocated energy back. Like, people that you uplift, they uplift you, and you're gonna stumble across these people just naturally, organically, because it's a double mission. You'll just naturally be doing yourself, naturally finding your path, your purpose, and in aligning with your soul tribe, because that's how it happens. Okay. All right, let me get this tarot deck. What are these cards? I can't, for whatever reason, I can't separate these. Pisces and the 8 of Wands. Okay. Now, something's quickly coming in. Oh, they want me to shut up and slow down. Got it. That's what it is. So timeline wise, for those of you that are with me, and even if you're not, Pisces season, there's a key Pisces transit, whether new moon, full moon, or just Pisces season, quickly, this is when you're going to see the acceleration of this energy. Because I was trying to like separate these decks and it just was not happening. Some of you, it's going to come via a romantic union for sure. Look at me. Yeah, you see, it's going to come via a romantic union for sure. Could be Pisces placement, could be Gemini placement. Okay. There's a lot of love coming in. So let's see. Tell me more. Don't worry if you're experiencing a lot of shifts, changes, and things feel very busy, very loud, in motion and transition, because the 5 of Wands hasn't grounded yet. The 5 of Wands is like chaos, is confusion, as we try to stabilize into a final judgment. Right? Until we try to finalize where we're going to be, who we're going to be, where we're going to be, who we're going to be with. Right? So keep that in mind if you're feeling that way right now. Everything you're doing has multiple meanings, has multiple outcomes, right? Like, so multiple touches, multiple impacts. So if you're focused on your career, that's going to put you maybe a location, maybe person, like all of that matters. All of those details matter. Okay. What I love is where you're landing. People, it's a lot of people, will accept you as you are, will love you as you are. This is a combination of what you're attracting is soul tribe that does not play about pile 4. Like, very does not play about pile 4, is very loyal, very committed. has already made up the mind about pile 4. Like this person, these people, the mind is already made up and willing to fight for alongside pile 4. Okay, so tell me, yeah, look at that. Especially when we talk about that romantic partner, that's a part of this soul tribe that's coming in. This partner does not play about pile 4, very protective. And I don't know who that maternal figure is, but that maternal figure is very, very loud. Some of you, maybe it's just a healing of your relationship with your any maternal figure in your life, mom, grandmother, aunt, whoever. Okay, but this Chariot is ruled by the sign of Cancer, which is the maternal sign. Okay, now it rules the 4th house of home, of family, of your ancestry, and all of those things like that, your comfort zone. So there's a lot of comfort coming in and sentimental familiarity coming in. Like all of that is going to be the era you step into. But I do have that feminine here that I saw that I want to bring in for you more. Okay. All right. So tell me, I found number 4. What are you attracting? We got Aries, very active and intentional with you. People will be very active and intentional with you. Like, okay, like if you have a history of feeling like an afterthought, never again. Okay, I've got Pluto, a completely transformation of your life. Okay, because you're on your North Node path. Your life is going to completely change, completely transition onto your North Node. That's why, okay? If you got black sheep, rebellious energy, that's too bad. I say that because like that energy is gonna fade off of you. So like if you have that trauma where you pride yourself on being rebellious, of being that black sheep energy, you're gonna have to let that go, because like that's not even gonna be your life anymore to lean into. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be too much contradiction of that in this next era for you to like try to hold on to that, because you know how sometimes people cling to who they used to be. Like, I had it hard, it was rough. Yeah, that's in the past. You see what I'm saying? Like I was always the black sheep. They never loved me. No one ever liked me. Well, it's too bad, because these people do. You see what I'm saying? So like I just don't want you to bring that, because I got a wave of you bringing that, some of you. So don't do that, okay? What do you have? Oh, look. See, look. Oh, you got Oshun here. Heavy intermediary support. So she always represents an intermediary that makes sense for you, your spirituality, and your religion, because she's the only one in this deck, right? But look at that. We have a community that treats you like royalty. Okay? We got family, soulmates that treat you like royalty. Like a goddess, right? Especially where you have a history of not being accepted. I want both of these. Look at all this action. Look at all this activity, right? You're going to be in shape. If you struggle with being in shape, you're going to be fit and healthy, right? Whatever that means for you. Not saying you're going to be like, you're not going to turn into an athlete overnight or anything like that, but you're going to be, active. You're going to have a very active social life for sure. People are going to want your time, your attention for sure. So tell me more. You're going to be respected and honored for any talents you have. Yeah, I mentioned the health, right? You're going to be in peak health. Let me get one more. And that vampire energy is here. What is this? You're going to get the clarity on why energy vampires stay away from you. Specifically, I think I mentioned karmics at the beginning of your pile. Why there was a very specific energy vampire that like left you for a third party. That was to keep you away. It was to keep you away because you need this union. This is a very specific union that's gonna be a lot. You're gonna be loved on. You're gonna be supported. Like you needed that karmic away. Bye, gone. Onyx don't support that. Okay, like let that person go if that's what they did. Some of you If this person won't let you go, you don't even realize you're in a situation or historically were with an energy vampire. Here's the thing. If you lack it now, I'm preparing you. That's that chaotic 5 of Wands transition, the Pluto, planet that rules death. You will have the discernment soon. It could be an intermediary influence, right? Whatever makes sense for your religion. Angel, Risha, Loa, just spirit guide, whatever it is. Just call them your guardian angel. That's going to put either, like if they don't put this person in a position to leave you alone for a third party, you will have the discernment to recognize an awakening to realize that this is an energy vampire and leave them alone. You may be presented with a soulmate to move your attention. I don't know. Yeah, because see, this walking away, I choose them as a huge thing. Like, that's a huge theme. So I'm going to lean into this person because that chaotic energy of the shifts, this person choosing someone else and walking away from you is good. Okay? If you're getting energy vampire vibes or did, walking away is good. And the confirmation of that walking away being good is going to be, I don't know, an intermediary reference or the soulmate coming in, right? Because what was, I don't even remember the beginning of the pile, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember what all came out. My bad. Every time I knock everything over, it just lets y'all know I'm not AI. So we got a twin flame card. I'm not picking all of that up because I'm on my last deck and I'm not. It's too bad. So yeah, we got hidden wealth. There's some hidden wealth that's going to be revealed to you soon. In this transformation, in this transition, there's a lot of growth and abundance. Those are key words, okay? But there's some hidden wealth in whatever this union is going to be. All right, but like they're leaning into twin flame. I'm going to take it because I hope, no, I didn't damage the deck. It's fine. There's like 3 cards that hit the floor. It is what it is. We'll grab them in a second. Tell me more about this union that we're leaning into, since the last card I got is the twin flame card. Right before I needed to pull from love. So what are you attracting in terms of love from my pile 4? What's my pile 4 attracting in love? You know, Oshun is the Orisha of love. Specifically self-love, self-care, self-respect. Self-love is on the table 2 times on the Oshun card, as well as just here. Okay, you're attracting self-love. And that self-love is going to help you have the discernment to leave alone a karmic or energy vampire, or you starting to align more with the energy of self-love, where you're confusing a karmic for a healthy soulmate. They're going to do something chaotic to be removed. Okay? Because sometimes, I'm going to say this, because I am a reader that always says, okay, have discernment, have discernment, have discernment, because I don't want any of you to ever not be accountable for your own energy and your own life and how you allow people to lead you. But for those of you where you lack the discernment, this person's sneaky. They're real manipulative, that energy vampire. They're real manipulative in a way where you would be misled, because if you're taking them at face value, it's not necessarily a lack of discernment. They just real manipulative and sneaky. Okay? So as you start aligning naturally with self-love, you start aligning with your spirit guides and intermediaries, and you're like, you know how in like people are like, please reveal any hidden enemies I have, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? You hidden enemies have to get moved. So where this person's manipulative enough to where you're not able to just discern, they're going to just be removed. And it's going to be a very clear sign that they were removed. It's going to feel divinely removed. Okay? Like not like chaotic, like nothing bad happening to them. They're just gonna probably move on to somebody else, another karmic for them. But where you are a little more, where you're dealing with a normal karmic that may not even realize they're a hidden enemy, right? They may not be trying to be manipulative or anything like that. You're gonna get very clear divine knowledge or synchronicities or something where you're like, nah, I gotta leave them alone because they don't mean to be bad for me, but they are. Doesn't change the fact that they are, right? So let me see. I want to get like, I guess, a couple more. Listen and reflect is here. And we have love at first sight. So self-love, listen and reflect on love at first sight. Your self-love is going to put you in a position to where you're able to recognize a healthy love at first sight and act on it. Okay? I don't know why I'm getting a strong wave. Like, this literally says listen and reflect on love at first sight. So I don't know what that referencing is. But you're attracting whatever that is. Whatever that reference is for you. So let me get this last card and close you out. Equilibrium. Look at that. Twin flame, equilibrium, finding love, all in the same pile with Oshun and the North Node path. You attracted a lot. Okay? Like, your advice is just to find equilibrium when it comes to finding love. It feels like there's a specific type of person that you're supposed to be with at a minimum. At a maximum, there is a specific person that you're going to be guided to, which makes sense. But just know that self-love and being in a state of equilibrium with yourself will absolutely lead you to love. Okay? So I'm going to close you out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.